Alright, I know what you're thinking. If today is day number 347, how in the heck are we going to get to 365 before the end of the year? Well, we're going to have to start doubling up some quizzes. That's all there is to it. Before we do that, I want to say thank you to everybody who has been watching all year, including Neil Connolly. He watches every day with his daughter. She wanted me to give him a shout out today before today's quiz. So Neil, hope you're having a great holiday. Thanks for watching RoadTripVIA. Today, like I said, day number 347 of the 365-day trivia road trip. The questions today come from across the pond. Adela and Eric Cox have sent in another 21-question random knowledge trivia quiz. We're going to play it today. 20 questions up front, question 21 tiebreaker at the end of the episode. Thank you for watching. Let's get going with question number 1. The Louvre Museum in Paris is home to many great works of art, including the Mona Lisa. A new entrance to the museum designed by I.M. Pei was built in the early 80s and serves as a skylight for the main entrance vestibule. What is its iconic shape? That shape is a pyramid. It's a giant glass pyramid. Question number 2. The first Academy Award ceremony was held in 1929 with 15 recipients of the award that is now known as an Oscar. Winning Best Original Song, along with her elder brother in 2022, who was the first person born in the 21st century to win an Oscar? That's good trivia right there. The first person who was born in the 21st century to win an Oscar was Billie Eilish for her James Bond theme. Question number 3. When the human body is in pain or in a state of stress, there are natural neurotransmitters that are released to aid in the reduction of these symptoms. They are sometimes known as nature's morphine. What are they called? Nature's morphine is endorphins. Question number 4. For years, the answer to the question, what is the hottest chili on the planet, was the Carolina Reaper. Its creator, Ed Curry, has now superseded that record with a new creation that scores 2.96 million Scoville units. What has Mr. Curry named this new chili? The new hottest chili in the world is the Pepper X. Question number 5. The Thames River flows through the middle of this city called London. This city has an Oxford Street and a Regent Street, as well as an area known as Hyde Park. But this city has less than 450,000 inhabitants and measures its annual snowfall in feet rather than inches. What country is this London located? The answer is Canada. It's in Ontario. Question number 6. From the 1960s original series through The Next Generation and then into multiple movies, the USS Enterprise has had a primary registration. A letter was added to it after the original series. What is that primary registration number of the Starship Enterprise from the Star Trek media franchise? The answer is the NCC 1701. Question number 7. We have all heard the mantra, divorced, beheaded, died, divorced, beheaded, survived. It is the quick history of the wives of Henry VIII in 6 little words. He died in January of 1547. How many of his wives outlived him? Of his 6 wives, 2 of them lived longer than he did. Question number 8. In 1941, a German aircraft crashed in Scotland that was flown by a very senior German official. His plan was to convince King George VI to sue for peace. He failed, was arrested, and was imprisoned in the Tower of London. He died in 1987 in Spandau, a prison in the British sector of Berlin. What was his name? He was once the Deputy Führer. His name was Rudolf Hess. Question number 9. Point Nemo, the oceanic pole of inaccessibility, is an area in the Pacific Ocean. It is the furthest point from any inhabited land on Earth, yet occasionally, for just a few minutes, the nearest human being is no more than 250 miles away. How? This one you gotta do some out-of-the-box thinking. That's when the International Space Station passes overhead. That's when the closest humans are there. Question number 10. Born in Switzerland in 1878, I immigrated to the US shortly afterward. I became a motor engineer and was the co-founder of a major US car brand which still bears my name. The Wall Street crash wiped me out financially, and I had to become an employed mechanic in the company that I founded. Who am I? The answer is Louis Chevrolet. Question number 11. I have just picked up the newspaper, and there, usually on the back page, is the familiar box grid word puzzle with the across and down clues. One across requires a 13-letter noun describing a person that enjoys or is skilled at creating or solving crossword puzzles. What is that word? This 13-letter noun is a cruciverbalist. Question number 12. In the early 90s, scientists watched an extremely rare occurrence happening in the cosmos. A comet entered the solar system and then was ripped apart by gravitational forces. It was then known as the Shoemaker-Levy 9. Which planet did this comet's remnants plunge into? The answer is Jupiter. Question number 13. It is well known that Mount Everest is the highest peak on the planet and a total favorite of all quizzers. But the second highest peak is K2. But lying on the border between Nepal and India, what is the name of the third highest mountain peak on Earth? We almost never get that far down the list. What is the third highest mountain on Earth? The answer is the Kangchenjunga. Question number 14. In the world of multiple births, 5 babies are known as quintuplets and 7 are septuplets. What are 9 babies born to one pregnancy called? Only one set are believed to exist today, and they live in Mali, Africa. What do you call it when there's 9 babies born to one pregnancy? They are known as nonuplets. Question 15. During a volcanic eruption, there is a regular occurrence where a very fast cloud of gas and debris moves downslope, traveling at more than 100 miles per hour and reaching temperatures of around 1,000 degrees Celsius. This very dangerous event can be devastating. What is it called? That event is known as the pyroclastic flow. Question number 16. The deepest point on Earth is the Challenger Deep part of the Marianas Trench in the Western Pacific. About 100 miles northwest of the island of Puerto Rico is the deepest point in the Atlantic Ocean. What is it known as? The Challenger Deep is the deepest part of the Pacific. The Milwaukee Deep is the deepest part of the Atlantic. Question number 17. On the northern end of the Westminster Bridge in London, attached to the Palace of Westminster, is a tall tower with 4 clock faces that everyone calls Big Ben. Since the tower is actually the Elizabeth Tower and the clock faces are just clock faces, what part of that tower is actually Big Ben? Big Ben is actually the biggest bell in that tower. The bell is what we're looking for. Question number 18. D-Day 1944 saw Allied forces storming the 5 Normandy beaches. To ensure that these troops had a route away from the beachheads, a small force of British soldiers landed by glider and secured 2 bridges a few miles from the beaches. What is the primary bridge now known as? Named after the emblem of the airborne forces, it is called the Pegasus Bridge. Question number 19. The 4th of July, 1826 was the 50th anniversary of the adoption of the Declaration of Independence. 2 other major events in U.S. history occurred on that day. 2 former U.S. presidents died of natural causes within hours of each other. Who were they? I need both names. Was John Adams and Thomas Jefferson. And question 20. Greek mythology and Roman mythology are a source of great confusion for many of us lowly mortals, trying to figure out which god or goddess belongs to which mythology. Both mythologies have winged messengers, but which messenger belongs to which mythology? I need the Greek and the Roman messenger. The Greek is Hermes and the Roman is Mercury. And that is it for today. Thank you for watching today's episode of RoadTripVIA. Thank you again to Adela and Eric for sending in a couple of great quizzes. I love today's especially. Good categories, good level of difficulty, not too hard, not too easy. Just right in the sweet spot. Thank you for all your hard work, and thank you to everybody for watching the channel. Make sure you check back tomorrow. We've got another new quiz. We got to wrap up, 18, 15, 16, 17, 18 more quizzes before the end of the year. So we got some work to do. Subscribe to the channel if you feel like it and get ready, because here comes question 21, the tiebreaker for today. In the 2010 Wimbledon Championships, John Isner beat Nicholas Mahut in the longest game ever at the championships. In this year, the final set did not allow a tiebreak. Consequently, the 5th set finished 70-68. How long did this match take in minutes? The 2010 Wimbledon Championships, the longest game ever at the championships. How long did the match take? In just minutes. The answer is 665 minutes, over 11 hours of game time. Whoever guessed closest to 665 wins the match. It's not tennis. Wins the game. Congratulations. See you tomorrow.